Abachi motions back into the backfield, creates an I formation. Cooper wants to throw it down the center of the field. It's caught! Central Michigan touchdown as Willis fell into the end zone.
Cooper Rush threw for over 300 yards and 2 touchdowns, but it wasn't enough as CMU fell to Toledo 28-23 Tuesday night. We'll break it down for you next on Chippewa Rewind. Thanks for joining us this week on Chippewa Rewind presented by the Morning Sun. I'm Adam Jackson alongside your head football coach, John Bonamego. It was a nationally televised game on Tuesday at home. There were major MAC West implications. You guys fell behind 21-0, battled back, just fell a couple of plays short.
Yeah, I think a lot of teams would have given in there. Really proud of the effort and the toughness that our kids showed in battling back and getting back in the game. We're very disappointed in the loss. Obviously, it knocks us out of the MAC title race, but there's a lot for us to play for still. We have bowl eligibility to play for. We have a winning season to play for. And, you know, Lord willing, we get into a good bowl game, we'll be able to have a chance to compete and win that as well. So still a lot out there for us. But we're clearly disappointed, but we'll bounce back and we'll bounce back strong.
Last week, you were pleading that the students come out to the game on Tuesday night. Were you satisfied with the turnout?
Absolutely. I thought our students were outstanding. They came out in droves, and they were true Chips. They stayed out there. They represented, and very, very appreciative and very impressed by them. And thank you. And there's brighter days ahead, I promise you.
All right, well, let's start with the game footage. We start with the opening drive for Toledo. They get down to your goal line, and you run a blitz off the edge and are able to knock them back on this 2nd and goal.
Yeah, it's a great job here by both Malik and Ty Waller coming off, hitting the back in the backfield, stopping it for a minus gain.
They ran a tricky shovel play on the next play and get in.
Yeah, they bring the tight end from the backside of the formation behind. We should spill that outside. We don't get that. We don't see it, and we're saw it a little bit too late, and they score.
That makes it 7-0. They're able to stop you on the next possession, and then Kareem Hunt, really good back, is able to find
I thought this was one of the differences in the game. You know, they had several big plays that we gave up, which was not typical of our defense. We settled down in the second half and did a really good job, but in the first quarter, first quarter and a half, we gave up some big plays.
They're able to add another touchdown, make it 21-0. And we push forward to the 2nd quarter, and here comes your offense. Jesse Kroll had a fantastic day.
Yeah, we finally got going here. That's a nice job by Jesse on the in-breaking route there, and Cooper does a good job of climbing the pocket there and throwing the ball low and right on target, and it's a big gain for us.
Kroll had 7 catches, 130 yards to lead the Chippewas through the air. Brian Evie has been fantastic for you all year long, knocks through the 48-yard.
Yeah, this is no easy kick right here. We're hoping to get down there and get a touchdown, but it was good to end the drive with points, and great operation there, snap, hold, and kick, and good protection as well.
You're able to get on the board. That makes it 21-3. Your defense comes up with a big stop, and then you go on another drive, and Mark Chapman's able to get you a first down on 3rd.
Yeah, this was a good job here of good break on the route, and Cooper throwing on the move there. Timely throw, accurate throw, and first down.
Was this a pretty easy decision to go for it on this 4th and 4?
4th downs are never easy decisions, but I think when you're down in the game like this, trying to get back into it, you're still probably 5 yards removed from field goal range there. A punt is going to, I guess if you down them inside the 10, but if you get a touchback, you're not going to gain that much. But I really felt it was more the time in the game, and we were behind. I think we needed a spark. We needed to at least give it a shot.
Well, you definitely got the spark with Jesse Kroll. A great move. He gets up the field for 37.
Yeah, this is a really good job here of breaking back outside. Toledo over pursues, and now it becomes a foot race up the sideline with Jesse going out of bounds there at about the 3-yard line.
Late in the first quarter, the Chippewas get on the board maybe not the way that you drew it up, but Derek Edwards falls on the loose ball.
Yeah, Roberson does a nice job of weaving his way through there, lets the ball get exposed, it gets knocked out. Derek is alert enough to fall on the ball in the end zone, and we'll take the touchdown, but we do got to do a better job there with ball security.
That makes it 21-10. Chippewas fighting back, and this was big at the end of the half. They're trying to go for it 4th and 1. Another big stop by the D.
Yeah, this was really good here. I think he just missed the throw. I don't know what happened with the timing, but we'll take it and get another crack at it.
So that keeps it at 21-10. The Chippewas are unable to score at the end of the half. So you go into the break, down 11 points. I know you got behind early, but what were your thoughts with how the team closed that second quarter?
I thought once we settled down, really on both sides of the ball, we were much better. I thought, in the early going of that game, we were just a little bit off. Again, defensively and offensively, but once we settled into the pace of the game, we played a lot better defensively, and once we got in a rhythm on offense, we were able to move the ball effectively, and just wish it could have happened a little bit sooner.
Well, the Chippewas continue to battle back. We'll take a look at the second half coming up next on Chippewa Rewind.
Throwing in that direction, and it's caught. Anthony Rice, a Central Michigan touchdown. What a catch. He got drilled at the goal line and held on for a Chippewa score, and all of a sudden CMU's climbing back into it again.
Welcome back to Chippewa Rewind. Toledo's ahead at the break, 21-10. Coach, what was the message to the team in the locker room coming back out for the third?
Well, we need to execute better in all phases, and we started to do that in the second quarter. We needed to keep that going, and really we felt like we were as good or better team than Toledo, and we just needed to come out and prove it in the second half.
Well, let's take a look at the second half. This is the Chippewas' second drive, and this is your quarterback showing off his powerful arm across the field to Eric Cooper. Yeah,
this is a great job here on the bootleg. Good route separation in the routes with the 3 receivers. Cooper's the one that breaks open, and then Rush does a great job with the throw.
Cooper, 349 yards on the day with 2 touchdowns. He hits Jesse Kroll up the middle once again on this next one.
Here again, good pass protection, able to climb this pocket. Another in route by Jesse, and a good job there making the catch as he got hit.
And then we keep going to the next play, and it's Corey Willis getting in from 23 yards out.
Yeah, this is a great job. Again, one of my favorite guys. Corey Willis always delivers. Great job of hanging on to the ball there, concentration, and making it in the end zone. Very excellent play.
You got to be feeling good at this point. 17 straight points, and you're right back into this game down 4.
Yes, we are, and again, it's one play at a time. Just battle your way back in, and you can't do anything about the last play. You just got to focus on the one that you're in.
Toledo is able to get back down deep in your territory, and they miss a short field goal. Was there anything on your guys' end that you did differently, or did he just push it?
He just pushed it. I think, we had brought very good pressure on the 3 extra points. We were really close to blocking a couple of those. Sometimes that gets in the kicker's head a little bit. That was right before the kind of bizarre announcement on the cheerleaders and all that stuff, and our crowd really got into it. I think that really helped it. I think the last 2 plays there, the third down play and then the field goal, the crowd was as loud as it was all night. And so I was pretty fired up to see him miss a chip shot field goal.
And then Cooper Rush able to run for 33 yards on a 3rd and 7, get you down to the 2.
Yeah, they're a team that plays a lot of two deep man underneath. And when that happens and you have people running with trailing routes, it leaves gaps in the underneath coverage. And Cooper was able to, again, climb the pocket, didn't really have anybody to throw it to, and just pulled it down and ran it, and for a nice gain there. That was a big play in the game.
This was a tough call here. They call offensive pass interference on Ben McCord. What did you see here, Coach?
Well, Cooper's throwing the ball away, and it lands about 5 yards out of the end zone. I don't make it a policy to comment on the officials, good or bad, but I'll just suffice it to say that that is one of the plays that we'll send in to be reviewed.
And did you get any explanation on the call on the field, or too much going on?
No,
up there?
I didn't. But to be honest with you, I didn't ask for one. Those are, it's hard to see sometimes from the sideline. It was kind of a bang play from our standpoint. We thought that the flag was on them initially. We're a little bit surprised even upstairs when they called it on us. So there's not much you can do. That's not a reviewable call. You just hope that it's one that in the future they get it right.
The Rockets add a touchdown as we push forward to the fourth quarter. It's 28-17. Chippewas have to move down the field quickly, and Jesse Kroll again.
Yeah, good job here on an underneath route, crossing route, and Jesse's able to turn upfield and get about 10 more yards.
Ty Conklin continuing to get better behind Ben McCord. This was a fantastic catch by him.
Yeah, this was a great job of him going up and getting this ball and then being able to get a foot down in bounds. That was a huge play.
And then Anthony Rice from 5 yards out gets you guys within 5.
Anthony is a dangerous receiver working the underneath zones, especially from the slot position. He just has a tremendous feel for the game and knows where to position his body. And he's a sure-handed guy, and I'm just really proud of him. And he's having a great season for us. And Cooper does a lot of great things, and that was a great throw as well. And it was great to get the score there.
28-23 was the final. Central Michigan tried to go for the onside kick. It didn't end up working out, so that was the final. This is a tough loss. We know how big of a game it was. What do you tell your guys after this tough one on Tuesday night?
Well, it was really hard. I mean, that's probably one of the hardest things I've had to do is go in there and talk to them after a loss like that, especially after they really put their hearts out there. They played their tails off. That's not to say we played our best football the entire game, but we played really hard, battled hard, outscored them in the second half. We just dug ourselves too big of a hole too early against a good football team. We have no other choice but to try to learn from this, and hopefully it'll be something that will galvanize us, strengthen us, and we'll be better moving forward from it.
As Coach said earlier, unfortunately it does knock the Chippewas out of the MAC West title contention, but they still can play for a bowl game coming up as they try and go for their 6th win. We'll look ahead to their next opponent when we come back on Chippewa Rewind. Hey CMU fans, experience Central Michigan University and all there is to do around campus by visiting Ticket Central, your one-stop shop for all your favorite CMU events. Ticket Central's staff is ready to greet you with a smile and assist you with all your ticketing needs. Whether it be for athletic events, plays, concerts, and more, we've got you covered. For further information, you can visit the atrium of the Event Center Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or give us a call at 888-347-3872. At Ticket Central, we're here to help get you wherever you want to go. All right, a new opponent coming up this week. Central Michigan heads back out onto the road. You go back to Ohio and take on Kent State. What can you tell us about the Golden Flashes?
Well, they've kind of had an up and down season. They've been in some games. They've played some tough games. They've only got 3 wins to show for it. They are one of the better defenses that we'll face this season statistically. They do a great job of pressuring the passer. They do a great job with their pass defense. That's really the strength of their team. Offensively, they've kind of been hit and miss. They're playing a really young kid at quarterback. He's a redshirt freshman, and there's times he's looked really good, and his times he's looked like a freshman. So we expect this to be a 4-quarter game as well. It's a midweek game. We've got to travel, go on the road, and play at night again on television, which will be exciting. But I know Paul Haynes very well. We had a chance to work together in Jacksonville under Tom Coughlin, and so I just know the type of coach that he is, and I know he'll have his team prepared, and we need to be ready to play a tough physical game because I really believe it'll be one of those.
Central Michigan's final away game of the season. As for your team, how do you make sure that they're ready to go coming off a tough loss at home to Toledo?
Well, I think again, you bury yourself in the process. All of us have things that we can improve on, players and coaches. There isn't anybody on our team that played a perfect game or coached a perfect game. So, we got to bounce back. And if we're made of the right stuff, we will. And that was my message to them this morning when we met. And, we have to take it as a challenge. It's disappointed, but, you never want to let one disappointment turn into two. We can't let Toledo beat us 2 weeks in a row.
Coach, we wish you the best of luck, and hopefully you can become bowl eligible. That's very important as well.
It's a big goal for us right now. It's our immediate short-term goal, and we need to go play a great game and get this win.
All right, Coach. Well, we'll see you down there in Kent, Ohio. Make sure you watch it. It's next week, Wednesday. It's a late kick, so we hope to see the Chippewas pick up a victory there. That's going to wrap up the show this week. CMU heads to Kent State next Wednesday to take on the Golden Flashes. That kickoff is set for 8 o'clock. The Chippewas are hoping to win their 11th straight against a MAC East opponent. We'll have the entire breakdown for you next week on Chippewa Rewind. Until then, for Coach John Bonamego, I'm Adam Jackson. Have a great week and fire up Chips.